Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So we got a murder on our hands. We got somebody on their last leg. We got somebody that was about to get married but ended up getting arrested instead, getting their metal braces on their wrist. Then we got somebody that's trying to save somebody else that was supposed to be a friend, but they didn't caught feelings. So now they're trying to protect they behind and also trying to protect the one they didn't fell in love with behind, but they don't know how to come clean with their own lives first while they're trying to rescue somebody else. And then on top of it, we got a dummy, Belle, up here breaking up her lunch date with her husband to go save somebody else pitiful dating relationship. Belle, I'm talking about you, and I'm starting with you first. Belle, now Belle, really? Now Sean was looking forward to that lunch, and you had the audacity and the nerve to leave that man sitting there while you go rescue Philip from the brink, about to make the worst mistake of his life. Really, really, Belle, really? I kind of wish they would have put you on Beyond Salem so I can get a break from you. Yeah, I'm watching Beyond Salem. It's alright or whatever. It's alright. It's cool. I'm glad to see Will and Sonny. That's why the only person I'm happy to see on that Beyond Salem is Will and Sonny. But we ain't gonna bash it. It's part of Salem. It's cool. I like where they're going with it, but we just gonna leave it at that. But Bam. So Sean can tell you anything or say anything to you to stop you from going to save Philip. You can let him go nuts for a couple of more hours before your lunch, dinner with Sean was over, then go rescue him. You had to cut your dinner with your husband to go check on the eggs. And I didn't know this been going on for decades, this whole three-ring circus here. So they've been doing this for a whole decade now. And Chloe, you still playing the game? Chloe, like I always say, you're beautiful, stay beautiful. Just stay beautiful. Like I always say, stay beautiful. You are a fool if you've been doing you've been doing this little song and dance with Philip, dance along with Brady, and you still going along with it. You crazy, Chloe. That's all I'm gonna say. You crazy. I just can't believe that. And Gabby, while I'm on your case, Gabby, we already know Jake saved your behind because he also put a keylogger on your computer, which also saved your behind because you didn't have enough common sense to do that. Just in case he happened to find that keylogger, which Gunther happened to find, and Philip came running straight to your door, well, Rafe doorstep, and confronted you and told you was fired. So if Jake went and had enough common sense to put that keylogger on your computer, you will be out of a job again. Gabby Sheik will be in the air again. You wouldn't know where to move your next step. You wouldn't know where you will be at this point. Gabby, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you one more time. Leave well enough alone. This is your last chance, your last shot, your last hurrah. If Philip fired you today, 24 hours from now, or 48 hours from now, what is your next plan? Are you really that thirsty to take over somebody else's company that you don't realize that this basically is the final company that's going to take you and take Gabby Sheik? Or are we just not caring? We just going to live life on the edge like we are always doing, not realizing this is my one shot. Because the mayor not taking you back. Philip was lucky enough, and somehow you convinced him to take Gabby Sheik under the Titan umbrella. So What's next if he kick you out tomorrow? What's next with Gabby Chic? You gonna run Gabby Chic out of Rave House? Or you gonna get you an office building and run it from there? Or where's Gabby Chic going at if Philip decide to kick you out tomorrow? You might want to think about that, and Jake might want to tell you about that. This basically is your last shot. What other company you got that you can connect Gabby Chic to? You own the last PowerPoint. You is on the last final sentence. Gabby, you better leave well enough alone. I notice Jake have a conscience, but it ain't big enough for me though. You told her to stop and leave Ava alone, but you see what she's doing, right? And y'all notice y'all clash every time y'all talk about that CEO position. So let's say, Jake and Gabby, if y'all manage to pull the rug from under Philip, one of y'all take the seat. What y'all gonna do? Play musical chairs over the seat, and see who land in the seat first, and who can push the other one out of it first? See, it's a whole lot of moving parts it is. It's a whole lot of stuff that can go bad and wrong for y'all. But all y'all can think about is this CEO position. And again, is Philip out the ultimate choice, and the decision is that old man, Victor. So let's say Philip happened to mess up, screw up again like he always do. You know that decision and that CEO spot goes right back to Victor, right? So just cause y'all got rid of him don't mean y'all gonna be sitting in that seat. So I'm a little confused and a little jaded here, and I'm a little concerned for the both of y'all. Y'all talking about who gonna get the seat, but who gonna stop Victor from getting on y'all behind? Who gonna stop Victor for raining hell on y'all? Who is gonna stop Victor for doing everything he can in his power to pull y'all and throw y'all out the nearest exit? Who? But y'all worrying about a CEO seat, though. Okay, Gabby. Like I said, your priorities messed up again, and you thinking with the wrong head again. But you know what? I ain't in charge of Gabby Chic. I don't own Gabby Chic. I'm not right here connecting my company to other people's company. I'm not right here getting booted from my company more times than once. So you want to continue to make a behind out of yourself. You want to continue to embarrass yourself. But you want to continue to make a you know what out of yourself. Go ahead, Gabby. At this point, I enjoy you falling on your face at this point. Because I don't know why would you ruin your last shot like this. Unless you crazy, delusional, foolish, not very smart, not very intelligent, don't got no common sense. There's obvious something wrong with you at this point. Because I don't know why would you want to portray that man like that. When that man could have easily told you, you not working for me. You part of the competition. Why would I hire you? That man could have gave you a hard time in hiring you. That man let you convince him into hiring him and your boyfriend. And this the thing. See, okay, Gabby, I'm done with you. Ava, you followed the right head and not following and not letting Nicole hire you. Nicole is a fake friend. She's not none of your friend. You need to go find you some other friends besides Nicole, because Nicole not it, and she ain't got your best interest at heart. She said she promised you she'll stay away from Ray, but who gonna stop her feelings from falling for Ray? Rafe is a playboy. Rafe is a flirt. Rafe gonna get the woman. If he want that piece of meat, he gonna get that piece of meat. You might think they might have, Rafe might have promised you he shouldn't have did that. He ain't got those feelings for, Nicole no more. How many times have Rafe then pulled the wool over a woman's eyes? Ava, you might want to go back to mobster mode, because you might need it this time around when Nicole and Rafe get steady this time and end up in the bed or on the floor or on the sofa at the Sailor Moon at somebody's hotel. I'm just saying, Ava. Don't trust Nicole as far as you can throw her, and don't trust Rafe as far as you can throw him. I love Rafe dearly, but I didn't watch him long enough to know better. Rafe is a player. Rafe all about what he can get and how much he can get, and he gonna end up playing with you all over again, and you gonna be mad and upset with him all over again, and I'm just waiting for the boom. So you think about that while you thinking Nicole, your friend, while you sitting up there having drinks with her. You just think about that and have fun with that. Gwen, at this point, I don't know why they even show you anymore at this point. We just waiting for you to go ahead and spill your guts out at this point. You already done barely spilled them out, telling Jack how much Xander then did for you, how much you care about Xander. Basically, you just laid it out to him. Basically, you said everything besides "I like Xander, he's cool" or whatever. You said everything. You defended that man like his life was like you were his lawyer at this point. Gwen, at this point, until you get to the confession, I'm ignoring you at this point for it because I'm sick of you at this point. Like, I don't even much know why they even show you at this point. All you doing is wasting time. All they doing is wasting scenes showing you. You keep running back to Xander. We already know you like Xander and you like him more than a friend. We already know you want to tell Jack, but you scared to tell Jack. Xander basically told you today, don't tell, because if you tell, then you got to explain about the Abigail and pushing you down them stairs, and when you lost that, we know you got to tell your business, tell on yourself about that baby and when you really lost that baby. So we already know we not going to pull that out of you very easily. I already see that. So until you get to start yammering, I ain't paying you no much attention, Gwen, because it's just a waste of time at this point. And basically, you just a waste of airspace because all this Cushy and Xander stuff you're doing at this point, it's just boring. Just get to what I probably will watch you if you probably tell your dad that you're in love with Xander. I might watch that. Cause basically you already done told the man you love him. Basically you done told Jack, and Jack then kind of picked that up that you're catching feelings for this man. He don't know y'all sleeping together, but Gwen, you just a waste of space at this point. Get to the telling and lying and all that. You was more entertaining than trying to cover up your lies and try to backtrack. And just get back to that. All this hanging around Xander and trying to help Xander solve the mystery, trying to help Xander get... No, we don't want to see none of that. You got to get to the confessing part, Gwen. No more you and Round Xander. At this point, it's getting tired. And Xander, the same way you got that money was the same way you was planning on losing that money. I'm just saying, who in Salem gonna really feel sorry for you that you lost $1 million? Who? Do you know your crime spree in Salem? Do you know how many people you then robbed, kidnapped, all this under the sun? Do you not? Who gonna feel sorry for you in Salem besides Gwen? Who? Because ain't nobody else gonna feel sorry for you, Xander, while you run around here. Oh, she got my money. Oh, I bet that she got my money. She did it because of this. And I like how you tried to cover up for Bonnie upstairs with that body and told her you best if it a married man with money, let go of the money and I wouldn't tell on you. And as soon as she let go of the duffel bag, you end up calling the police anyway, which ended up them finding the body. Lonnie and Eli end up finding the body. I like how you told her you're a protector, but then you turned around and then lied and didn't protect her. I like how you did that. Xander, just know that you got that money, you finna lose that money. And like I said before, you really think EJ got your best interest at heart. As soon as you betray EJ, as soon as EJ and you don't get the moving fast enough, those charges, they're going to be reversed and going to be pinned back on you. There's no timeline and there's no expiration on murder. So while you thinking you free and you hand EJ that money thinking you free, just know that you in EJ's pocket now. And just so you know, you basically his minion at this point. And just so you know, you gonna end up in jail anyways. They been, you know how long they been wanting you in. Well, I ain't gonna say you know how long Trash been wanting to put you on trial. I ain't gonna go there, fucker. She done missed so many people that she shoulda, should be in that prison where they go to in Salem. You know how many misses she done got, so I ain't gonna say that. But you know how happy Abe would be to hear you locked up. Do you know how happy that'll make everybody in Salem knowing that you locked up and for good? So while you sitting up here thanking EJ and thanking EJ for your job making deals with him, you just don't know what's gonna come to you, do you? See, you so delusional. That money at the end of it, buddy. And if you think for 1 second the money is the end of your contract or your contractual agreement with EJ, okay. Keep dreaming. Bonnie basically summing up in a few words or less, you should have saw this coming. To the time Callista came to town, to the time she had that gun, basically telling you your prince was on it. You should have known it just wasn't gonna be no easy transaction. You hand her the money, she hand you that gun. No. Nothing in Salem is never that easy, and you should have known better living in Salem, knowing that it wasn't gonna be that easy. Well, hand me the gun, girl. You did the first task. She handed you the gun, all right. Lucky for you, you didn't get scarred. She did, and lucky for you, you got away with it for about a couple of minutes until the body was discovered. And good luck trying to convince your innocence because that's going to be hard for you. And Justin already then figure it out. You might have told him that life is past, gone from you, and you done with that life. It ain't too over. And guess what? You might be going down. Just with you in jail, I just go back to them times where you had Adrian in jail, where she was battling her little cancer, and you had her locked up in that cesspool of disease prison against her will, and how she probably felt. And you know Adrian was weak and fragile, and you know we all love Adrian and all that you put Adrian through that traumatic event. How nobody wouldn't believe her and all that you did to her, then all the stuff you did to the other people in Salem. So, but ain't nobody really gonna feel sorry for you. Justin might feel sorry for you, but ain't nobody else gonna feel too much sorry for you. So, I could just say this your karma at this point. That's not all I can say. So look like we might be look like we might end up losing Doug pretty soon because he basically going through the same stages where Caroline was going through, where she didn't remember people's names, she didn't remember stuff, sound like a touch of dementia. Basically Jack told her she should go get Doug checked out. He having snaps of temper, you know, the same stuff that happened to Caroline. And then we watch her get from, you know, somewhat bad to worse. We watch her basically pass away on the show. So I guess we're gonna end up seeing Doug do that. At first, when I was hearing the story, I said, oh, Lord, Julie and her lies and her fairy tales. Doug then locked her in the freezer. I'm like, do I even want to talk about this? Then as the story go on, I'm kind of glad I did sit there and listen to Juliet Balvin as long as I did because Doug is, you know, I didn't realize he was that old, but okay. But yeah, as the story went on and as they continued to talk about it and how she think that Doug locked her in the freezer, how they had a little spat and how she changed his coffee on him, the chamomile tea, and how Brahman basically gave him the hamburger, gave him a beer, and how he mixed up Roman with John, and then he mixed up Vivian with Marlena. Yeah, that's a big yeah. We just hope we don't see him go down the way Caroline went down, cause that was kind of sad seeing her, get worse. Well, from that stage all the way to worse, and her freak outs, and um, we saw her freak out. We saw her fear stage. We saw all that with Caroline. So I think we're going to end up seeing that with Doug. So, anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode where I hope it's a stage and I hope and it's bad. We don't want to relive that again. Not with another character. That was too much with Caroline. I even had tears in my eyes for poor Caroline and how we saw her get from good to the stages and going down to the final stage. So, but anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.